everyone, this is Maki. Urdr-Hunt is a spin-off of I Am Brought It Orphans. It was originally created as a story for a smartphone game. The mobile suit that appears as the leg machine in Urdr-Hunt is the Gundam Hajiroboshi. Its pilot is ORPHANS. Today, I will explain the Gundam Hajiroboshi to all of you. Updates to the Urdr-Hunt game stopped partway through, resulting in the story also coming to a halt. However, to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the I Am Brought It Orphans series, the Urdr-Hunt story was released as a film. I personally hope that the continuation of the story will be produced. This time, I will explain Hajiroboshi while avoiding movie spoilers as much as possible. Since the film highlights the story, many parts were omitted. Watching this episode before seeing the movie may help you enjoy the story even more. Still, there will be a small amount of spoiler information. If you prefer to watch the film without knowing anything beforehand, I recommend watching this episode after you finish the movie. Are you ready? Then, let's begin our analysis of Gundam Hajiroboshi. The Gundam Hajiro is shrouded in mystery. A total of 72 mobile suits using the Gundam frame were manufactured. Most of them were destroyed in the Calamity War, a great conflict fought against the mobile armors. By the time the story of I Am Brought It Orphans begins, only 26 Gundam frames remain. However, Hajiroboshi is not listed among them. The mobile suits built on the Gundam frame are named after the demons of the Solomon's 72 pillars. However, the name Hajiroboshi does not come from a demon. I plan to explain the meaning of Hajiroboshi in a later segment. According to Demner, who maintained Hajiroboshi, the name is a pet name. It is not an official designation, but rather a nickname likely given by a previous owner for some reason. For now, the reason this pet name was given remains unknown. If the Urdr-Hunt story continues, we may eventually all learn the truth. Although the name doesn't follow the official naming rules, Hajiroboshi is clearly a mobile suit built on the Gundam frame. The reason lies in its AHAB reactors. These reactors are the power source for mobile suits in the world of orphans. Hajiroboshi is equipped with 2 AHAB reactors that operate in sync through the twin reactor system to produce high output. This system is extremely advanced, and reproducing it in a world where much technology was lost during the Calamity War would be nearly impossible. Hajiroboshi also uses the cylinder drive system, a mechanism with a structure similar to human muscles. Because of this, the Hajiroboshi was undoubtedly manufactured as a mobile suit built on the Gundam frame. Many mysteries also surround the cockpit. For example, Hajiroboshi is not equipped with the LRBGNA system. This system directly connects a person's nervous system to the control systems of a mobile suit or other machinery. This allows for faster and more precise actions than a pilot using normal control equipment can perform. However, a pilot cannot use the system without undergoing body modifications. Since Hajiroboshi is not equipped with the system, Cal-re-A, whose body is unmodified, can pilot it without any issues. Nevertheless, Cal-re-A says that Hajiroboshi responds so naturally that it feels unsettling. Mobile suits equipped with the LRBGNA system move very differently from ordinary machines. They instantly react to fast approaching enemies and counterattack in a manner resembling human movement rather than conventional weapon usage. In the anime series, the Grey Zine dodges an enemy charging at high speed and immediately counterattacks with a kick. After witnessing these human-like movements, Azigurumi instantly identifies the gray sign as a mobile suit equipped with the Aryabiji system. Hajiroboshi displays similar behavior. It dodges the mobile armor's attack and responds with a kick. Although it performs at an extremely high level, its operating system is based on the one used in the Flag Race. The Grace is a mobile suit officially adopted by Cal-re-A, and the Flag Race is a civilian modified version. Since Mr. Ryu regularly operates the Flag Race for work, he can pilot Hajiroboshi immediately. Hajiroboshi's performance is so impressive that even Mr. Ryu, an experienced pilot, is surprised by it, suggesting that the machine may be hiding some kind of secret. This mystery has yet to be revealed. There is one precedent for a normal pilot controlling a mobile suit with abilities comparable to those of the Aryabiji system, the Gundam Kimari Spider. Perhaps Hajiroboshi also conceals a similar secret. Now, let's examine Hajiroboshi's standard equipment. First is the Smart Mace. As the name suggests, it is a slender, blunt weapon. It resembles the weapon used by the Gundam Barbatos, though the reason for this similarity is unknown. Like many weapons in the world of orphans, the Smart Mace relies on its way to strike the enemy. It is very well balanced and designed so that, even when swung with full force, it does not easily throw the body off balance. Next is the 110mm short-range rifle. As the name suggests, it is specialized for short-distance shooting. Its attack power against nanolaminate armor is not particularly high. It is mainly used to support attacks from other weapons or to restrict enemy movement. Lastly, we have the Crab Shield. It has movable claws and an internal needle launching mechanism. When combined with the high output of the Gundam frame, it can significantly limit an enemy mobile suit's movements. The needles fire at an extremely high speed, powerful enough to knock back an enemy at close range. Hajiroboshi was stored in the Ragnisha colony, which is located on Venus. Demner, Mr. Ryu's caretaker and mentor, had spent a long time maintaining and restoring it. The reason Demner was the one maintaining Hajiroboshi is unknown. He says his grandfather once told him, if you stay by Mr. Ryu's side, you'll eventually understand why. Hajiroboshi has existed since Mr. Ryu's ancestors founded our farm facilities. It is unclear why a civilian company like our farm facilities would possess a Gundam frame like Hajiroboshi. Denner says I wasn't told any of the details. Whether he truly knows nothing or will gradually reveal information to Mr. Ryu as the story progresses is still unknown. Many people also wonder why Hajiroboshi was never discovered by Cal-re-A. Ahab reactors, the power sources used in the world of orphans, generate a special energy wave. This energy wave is known as the Ahab wave. Each reactor produces its own unique pattern of Ahab waves. Because of this, mobile suits built on the Gundam frame can be immediately identified by the distinctive wavelength produced by their twin reactor system. However, Hajiroboshi was kept near the reactor of the space colony. The massive Ahab reactors used to power the colony generated Ahab waves that masked Hajiroboshi's presence. Whether this concealment was a coincidence or intentionally arranged remains unknown. Denner seems to have a very strong attachment to Hajiroboshi. When Mr. Ryu once asked him could that machine be junk, he panicked and answered with great passion, "What nonsense are you saying? It works." We look forward to the day when the true identity of the mysterious Hajiroboshi is finally revealed. Lastly, let's discuss the meaning of the name Hajiroboshi. It is an old Japanese word that means Venus. Ha means edge or end. Jiro means white. Boshi means star. Long ago, when people had limited knowledge of astronomy and its technology, they named it the star that looks like its edge grows white. From here onward, I'm sharing my own personal interpretation. When I learned the origin of the name, it reminded me of the opening sequence of the original 0079. There's a scene where sunlight shines on Earth, making its edge glow white. This scene perfectly matches the meaning behind the name Hajiroboshi. The goal in creating iron-blooded orphans was to tell a story that was completely different from the traditional Gundam narrative. Many of its world-building elements are the opposite of those in the original 0079. In 0079, the Gundam was a state-of-the-art mobile suit. In the world of iron-blooded orphans, however, the Gundams are ancient mobile suits built more than 300 years earlier. Beam weapons were one of the Gundam's defining features in the original 0079 and the major difference between it and older mobile suits. However, the Gundams in iron-blooded orphans generally do not use beam weapons. Instead, beam weapons are mainly used by the mobile armors, which the Gundam frames must defeat. And it's possible that Hajiroboshi has been given a name that shares a similar origin to an iconic scene from the original 0079. It is possible that Hajiroboshi has origins that are the exact opposite of the elements that appear in the ORPHANS TV anime. Perhaps its story will follow a very different fate from the rest of iron-blooded orphans. As you know, Tekka met a tragic end. Of course, the survivors continue to work toward their own happiness, so it may not be fair to label everything as tragedy. Nevertheless, many fans were saddened by the fate of Mika, Yuki, and the other Gundam pilots. What kind of fate awaits Wisteriel? Perhaps the name Hajiroboshi holds a clue. Let's look forward to the day when these mysteries are finally revealed. Thank you for watching until the end. See you in the next episode.